Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and this is our newsletter exclusive project for September. So it is this little treat holder. It holds Ghirardellis, so it opens like this. And I think you could fit at least 2, maybe 3 Ghirardellis in this. So it is a fall project because, yes, I'm so ready for fall, and if you follow me, you know that I've been doing some fall projects. So this is what I'm sharing today for this project. I am using the Banner Year. It's one of my favorites. It's a year-round stamp set, so you're going to get a lot of use out of this one because it has Halloween, Christmas, fall, just a general treat holder because it says a treat so sweet. It also could be for Valentine's Day. It's just a really, really good one. And I think it gets missed a lot because there's a lot of just little small images, but I love these for treat boxes. So this is what I'm using today. I'm also using our plaid tidings, and this is not just for, it says plaid tidings, but it's not just for Christmas. It has, like you see, I use this for the Halloween box, but there's a lot of other, there's Christmas, there's just a regular that could be for Father's Day or for a masculine card. This is a really great pack. I love this one. And so that's what we're using for this. I'm also using some cinnamon cider cardstock, and the piece you need is 8 by 4 1/4. You need a scrap piece of Whisper White, and this is to stamp and cut out our little circle that we're going to use for this. And for that we're using the Tasteful Labels, but if you have a punch, you can use the punch as well. I'm using this one, and it has like little stitching around it and kind of a scallop. I really like this one. You're also going to need a piece that is 1/2 inch wide, and it's going to end up being about 2 3/8 inch wide by the time we punch it, because we are using this banner punch right here, and I put the proper name of it in the video because I always forget the name of this one. I'm using pumpkin pie, shaded spruce, old olive, and cinnamon cider. And I think that's everything. So let's go ahead and we're going to stamp and stuff first because we have some fussy cutting to do. And these are super easy little fussy cutting. A couple things I've already done ahead of time so that you would not have to sit and watch me cut everything. So the first thing we're going to do is use some pumpkin pie for our pumpkin. And we're going to punch, or we're going to stamp that. Not punch it, we're going to stamp it. I wish there was a punch for every little thing, but can you imagine all the punches we would need? And then I'm going to stamp the Happy Fall Y'all on this one. This is perfect for us Texans because that's exactly what we say. Happy Fall Y'all. Alright, so I'm going to just do that in the middle because I am going to cut it and punch it. So I'm going to set that aside for a few minutes, and then you are going to stamp with the cinnamon cider. You're going to stamp one of the little acorns, and then you are going to go ahead and stamp the leaves, and I'm stamping one in shaded spruce and one in old olive. So I need my chamois here so I can wipe it off really quick. So we're going to do one in shaded spruce, and I'll clean that off, and then we'll do one in our old olive. And I think I'm going to do another one with the pumpkin because I put it too close, because I'm going to show you here in a minute what we're going to do. I'm going to just cut these off, and then I'm going to go ahead and punch that pumpkin, or punch, I got punching on my brain today. We're going to stamp the pumpkin. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the stem on that one, because we are going to use my little Stamparatus and my Stampin' Right markers to color this. And I'm going to do the little technique I shared. If you haven't seen it, I will post it in the video. I'll link it here. My little trick with the Stampin' Right markers and stamping with these with the Stamparatus, because it works so well. And it's my favorite new discovery. So we are going to line that up, the little leaf and the stem, And then we're going to use Old Olive, and we're going to use Shaded Spruce, and also we're using Early Espresso. So I'm going to color the little stem in Early Espresso. We're going to do this a couple times because I want it to look like I stamped it. And then you can also blend colors with your markers. So I did a little bit of the Shaded Spruce, and now I'm going to go around with the Old Olive. We're going to stamp that, and you can see you get a variegated kind of look, and I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to do the stem also again, because you see that it's very light on here, and I want it to look like I hand stamped it. And then we're going to do that again. And look how beautiful that is. And it looks like I just hand stamped it. I love this little trick. It's really, really quick and easy, and it's a fun one, and we're going to fussy cut this. So it's a very quick and easy fussy cut because I'm just going around it. I'm not going in between. I'm just going to go around it. And if you do this when your paper is smaller, like you cut it smaller, it goes so much quicker. So we're doing this one. And then we are going to also fussy cut the leaves. So there's our little pumpkin. And I love this pumpkin because it's not perfectly round. It looks like a real pumpkin when you get them. Alright, so there's our little pumpkin. And then we are going to fussy cut the leaves and the little acorn, which I already did for you because I didn't want you to sit and watch me fussy cut all these things out. So then I'm going to also need a piece of Whisper White to cut our circle, and I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap. We're going to run this one through the big, not the Big Shot, but our new Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And if you don't have one of these, or if you've wanted one, they are now available for sale. And they're amazing because it is very compact. You can close it up like this. And so you can take it wherever you need to go, or you can just leave it open. And I love the new emblem and everything we have on this. It's so pretty. I love this. You can see I've used it a ton, and it sure beats my other one I had because I had so many problems with that. And I'm so, so happy to have a new cut and emboss. Alright, so we are going to use that little circle there, and it's so pretty because look at the little design on it. It's really pretty. And we're going to set this aside, and let's put this together. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put these all together. I'm going to use some wet glue. You can use glue dots or wet glue, and I'm going to add these little leaves to the back of the pumpkin. Like that. Like they're peeking out. I'm going to do the same with this one. And then I'm going to grab some dimensionals, but I'm going to use the side of this because I don't need a really big one because we're popping up the little acorn. So I don't need a humongous piece on the back of here. Like this one's a little bit too big. I'm going to cut this just a little bit smaller because I don't want it to hang over. And then we're going to attach that to the side here. And then I'm going to use a large dimensional just for the back of our pumpkin. And then we're going to pop this up on our little piece that we just cut. I'm going to move this up just a hair so I have room for my little sentiment on the bottom. Alright, so that is that. I'm going to grab this sentiment here. I'm going to cut it a little bit smaller, and we're going to use this side of this, and I'm going to turn it upside down so I can see what I'm doing here. And we are going to punch that And then we're going to cut this side as well. And as it gets smaller, it's a little bit harder to, oops, wrong side. Then you're going to just punch this one. Make sure it's lined up just right. And then you're going to punch that, and then we have our little sentiment here. All right, so everything's ready to go. Let's make the box. It's really an easy box. So what we're going to do is we're going to score it. We are going to score it on the 8-inch side at 1, 2, 4.5, and 5.5. Then you're going to turn it on the 4.25-inch side, and you're going to score it at 1 and 3.25, or 1 on each side. And that's it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut off these 2 squares right here. And then you're going to do the same on the opposite side, because this is our little flap side. And then on the sides, we're going to cut into these like we always do. And we're going to do the same on the opposite side. And we are going to sharpen our score marks. Now what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and mat this. We're going to go ahead and mat the front here. And I'm just going to use, let me use my Stampin' Seal. And we'll mat the front. And then we are going to mat the top. And then we're going to do this one. And I'm going to use my corner rounder here, and we're going to round the corners on the top. You can leave them square if you like them square, but I like it more rounded. I'm going to use some of the Stampin' Seal Plus for the sides here. You're going to tuck in these 2 here, and then you're just going to lift this up and line up your sides. And then there's your little box. So now we're ready to add the decorations that we made here for the front, our little embellishments. Once again, I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals. And you're only going to put dimensionals on the bottom. And I actually put 3 on the very bottom here. So I want to make sure it stays on there. And then you're going to place that here so that it holds your top down. And then we're going to add some Stampin' Seal on the back of this. And we're going to place that right on the bottom here. And then you have your box all completed. Isn't that cute? I love fall, and so I know you're going to see more fall projects because it's just the beginning. So I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at stampingwiththemore.com. Thanks, everyone. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.